Yes, sir.
What made you write this book?
2017, actually says it on the back. 2017, the FBI started classifying black people, particularly in our age group, who want to stand up for ourselves, want to protect ourselves, and potentially want to defend ourselves against evil and wicked police officers as BIEs, or Black Identity Extremists, which is a modern version of COINTELPRO reinstallation. And I said, I cannot sit here and just think that I'm going to be able to teach and educate, et cetera, and they're going to keep me on these platforms. I already knew they were coming after it in Congress when they were introducing the net neutrality laws. When they were saying at a certain point they're going to come after people and start censoring and cutting off platforms. And Congress, they were introducing these bills for a long time. So I said, I have to do something that will get the knowledge into the hands of the people that it can't be taken away. So I said, virtually it ain't gonna work. I said, I gotta write a book. I have to. Period. I have to write a book. It's physical. It works both sides of the brain when you read it. It has knowledge and information on multiple topics, including a full chapter on social media. Chapter 2, going over the history of social media, all of the original social media platforms when it came out right after 9/11. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. It's real. It's real. So I said I have to create basically a handbook that will arm our generation with a number of topics. It may not be all of them, but at least a number of topics that will give them the knowledge they need to navigate through this system.
Where can somebody get this book?
RizaIslam.com.
Riza Islam. Okay.
And I want you to give me a review on it, brother. Seriously, like, you know, let me know whatever I need to work on. I'm coming out book 2. This has been out since 2019.
You ready for my review, man?
Absolutely.
My wife's side might jump up this month.
Hey, brother, let me know. I want it to be right. You know what I'm saying? It has to be right. I don't want to put out anything.
Man. I just appreciate what you do, man. All right, we do a little something called IG creeping on here. That means we go on your IG page. Yeah, man. We try to look at your IG page.
Can you find it?
No. Well, we found it before it was shut down. I guess it was shut down.
Yes, sir.
And just ask you, so, you know, what were you thinking? What was happening in this picture right here? So I'm gonna go with the first picture. What was you thinking in this picture right here, brother? This was the first side. Yeah, you was clean cut, young, brother, going into the devil's house, brother.
That face I was making was, I know y'all niggas gonna go crazy.
Okay.
Word is bond to Allah, bro. I said, I know y'all about to go crazy. Oh my God. And I said, yep. And it happened just like that. Really, y'all about to go crazy over this.
And they went too.
Hell yeah, they went crazy. I said, yeah, because you some predictable Negroes.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah, get mad. Go ahead.
All right, give me another picture. Give me another picture right there. Okay. You show all 32 teeth now. The white man like that. The white man like when you're smiling, brother.
That was me.
Showed all of them.
That was me talking to Nick Cannon when he interviewed me on Cannon's class. And I was laughing. I said to him when he was talking about the brothers who want to have multiple women.
Right.
I said, that's for Nick.
Right.
I said, that's for Nick, y'all. I said, since you talking about that, that's what he want to do.
Right.
And this is before he had, I think, the last 4 or 5 children. This is about 4 or 5 children ago
at
that time. Okay. But I said, see Nick. I said, see him. And that's where it was.
Oh, that where it came from?
That was a conversation.
You must have told him about going, what's that called? Fruitful and multiply?
No, he was trying to tell me about multiple. I said, brother, no, I'm good.
All right, that's a nice picture right there. What was that? Was that a Million Man March?
That's a Million Man March, 20th year anniversary, brother. And that was real life. People all the way down, brother.
Wow.
Back to the Washington Memorial.
Yeah, man.
You're talking about, I believe at that time, it was almost 1 million again.
Right.
This is 2015.
Right.
So I was up there doing security all the way up on the steps of the Capitol, and one of the brothers took that. I had no idea he was taking these pictures. Took that picture of me.
I know you're not going to say this. I think you're not going to say this. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, I'm sorry, Farrakhan. He was getting old up in age, you know, and I know they had picked someone next. But I feel like, I feel like you might be the next that the people start looking, because you're on social media heavy. You know, you're very charismatic. You know, Malcolm was the same way. Do you see yourself stepping in a role of that? And I know you might not be able to say it because Tony Muhammad and all them get on your ass.
Oh no, I can definitely respond. Shout out to my minister Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our minister.
Right.
No, I can definitely respond, and I understand. It's just, some people don't know how this works because we're military. So there is no one person, because the Honorable Minister Farrakhan cannot give away a seat that he didn't give to himself. He is sitting in the seat of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
So that is the messenger's seat. That's the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's seat. So he can't give that away. However, there is an executive council that has been put in place with a number of our executives, literally the leadership. And so although I may be a charismatic brother, there are plenty of brothers.
Right.
I'm talking about, man, shout out to the FOI. We got soldiers all across the planet, brother, that when you meet them, you talk to me like, damn, y'all all like this. We all got different personalities, but we dance, we exercise, we fight. Very knowledgeable. We have scholars all up and down. So I just happen to be one of the ones who is on social media. And like you said, the charisma, this is just my avenue.
Right. It's actually, I actually knew that. I talked to Brother Carlton. He probably broke it down to me about being the next, and I brought your name up. We first kind of went back and forth. So he told me, I think you might be more connected to the youth.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what is a shining light for them, because maybe some of the older guys are more older, but you're that one that. And nowadays, it seems like a lot of stuff is youth driven, especially with social media.
Yes.
So they're going to listen to you.
And
you're
Minister
very important.
Farrakhan told us. See, one thing I love about him, he does not prevent the youth from going out here, showing our talents, educating people, and just being an example. You ain't never push. You never heard me push. Join the nation. You need to get in the nation. You ain't never ever seen it, because that's not how we operate. We simply operate as an example, and if that example speaks to your heart and that's the way you want to go, then beautiful.
I agree to that.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree to that.
We don't push that, because it's like that's dogmatic. We ain't with that.
Are you different than the Israelites in that? Because I see them on the corner yelling and joining and
you
whatever.
don't see us on the corner yelling like that.
But, right.
It's shout out to our Hebrew Israelite brothers. First of all, we are the true Hebrews. See, that's not a lot of individuals misunderstand that. We are that. We never said we're not that. That's what we are. We are the original tribes, that we are the original people, period. The word Muslim means one who submits to do the will of God.
Right.
That complements what a Hebrew is, an Israelite. It complements that. There's no contradiction. So there are some people who try to argue back and forth with this and that, and they get into the dogmatic thing. Same thing with Christians. And, people try to argue, and it's like, the Honorable Mr. Farrakhan said we should argue over religion after we're free. Because it's so sick. It's a big gumbo of stuff that most people don't even understand. You don't understand half the stuff you think you know. So right now, because these generations before us messed it all up, how about we just put a pause on this, find out what we can agree on,
there you go.
help our people. Once we get free and everything, then let's go back to arguing. I'm cool with that. That's pretty much where it is.
Let me ask you, what would you, if it ended today, what would you want your legacy to be? If people thought about you, what would you want them to think and say about you?
That I did my best to help as many of our people to go free as possible in the shortest time as possible. And I mean in all ways, as many ways as possible. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, agriculturally, familially with the family. Did my best to do that, to help them to go free by exposing what this enemy is doing, but also by giving them solutions and providing them avenues with which to rectify the conditions that they've been put in.
Nice. Something you said that I think you said it, I feel this way. If I believe I'm doing the right thing in my heart, wholeheartedly, I'm not going to change for your opinion.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Some people, because I would say, you probably misread, but you're like, you know what? You can misread me all you want. If you don't want to pay attention to what I'm saying, because you're probably reading me wrong. True. I ain't wrong. You reading me wrong.
True.
And I feel that way.
If I am wrong, then I have to have enough humility to say that too.
Okay.
That's nothing. And I do my best to do that, because I'm not always right. No, if we're wrong, that's nothing. We have to have humility and say I'm wrong. And if we made the mistake in public, we got to be able to come out and fix it in public.
Because I fight for black people all the time, regardless of what people say. But you said something made sense. It's the message. It's maybe how I say it. They didn't hear it right.
It does matter.
I could have said it a different way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, even for me to say that, sometimes I do comedy shows and white people are like, what about you're half white? What about us? You didn't say you dogged us and shit. You're something good about. I'm like, oh, forget.
Right. Because
it is what it is. I'm like, my white side already has it going on. I mean, you got everything. Shit. I gotta get help my black folks get their shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you guys did, I get it.
Man, light-skinned folks go through a different type of issue. Brother. Because y'all right in between both worlds. So you're like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to be? Y'all laughing.
No. It's funny.
It's serious.
We're gonna talk about this because I'm doing a special Saturday night, and it's about racism, about my perspective of racism, what I kind of think about.
Comedy show?
Yeah, comedy show.
I gotta be there.
Yeah, we're taping it. In fact, I'm gonna bore you tonight. I'm gonna ask you because here's a scene we're gonna do, and I would love it if you're interested in doing. I'm at the bar, however and you can be a bartender, or whatever, and you're telling me, I've seen you on social media, whatever, and we'll find a way to say it, but I feel like you're not saying it right, or you seem kind of like you ain't down for us. What is it, P? And I kind of go and explain my point of view, and I come back and say, hey, how do you feel about it? So however you'd want to say it to me, you know what I'm saying? Like if you said it, say, P, I've seen you, brother, but maybe you don't know how to say it right. Are you really down for us? Not sure. And I'm like, hold on, let me show you what I go through, being a mixed person and stuff, and how I see stuff. And then I come back to you, and you might say, all right, I get it. Or I say, okay, I see where you're coming from. So we'll talk about doing that. I would love for you to do that, man. That would be dope as hell.
Turn me up a little bit.
If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?